Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our next guest is a music artist turned executive who joins us tonight to talk about his transformation and what's to come with his entertainment company, N.V.E. Please help me welcome NeJcion. Welcome to the show.
What up, man? Thanks for having me.
Oh, welcome back to the show, because you were here years ago promoting your music.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Wow. Can't believe it. So you were our earlier guest, but now you are the owner, CEO of an entertainment company. So tell us about the transformation from music to being the CEO.
So I'm still in the realm of music, of course, but being in this industry at a very young age, I really never had the support that I always wanted. So as I got more and more into it, I started to say, you know what, let me create what I always wanted. So I became the artist turned executive. So I started my own company called N.V.E. that stands for NeJcion Vision Entertainment. And we do stage plays, films, everything, anything entertainment we do. So I'm excited about it because I literally betted on myself and believed in myself when nobody else did. So that was the turning point, the pivotal point for me in my career.
Most definitely. So are you still making music for yourself?
Absolutely. So in 2000 and I want to say 2021, I dropped a return album after being away from music as an artist for 7 years. I decided to just put a project out, and I was like, let me go ahead and do it. So then 2022, I followed up with another album just to get the rest of it out. So I'm full throttle in artist management, being an artist executive and things like that. But that's who I am. I'm music. So I always, when you're a boss, you can drop when you feel like it.
You can do what you want. Exactly. And you own the company. So
yes. So
you own the company.
So when my artists are coming out, I kind of like back off and let them shine, because at the end of the day, I can do it whenever. But when it's their time, I want to make sure that I'm giving them everything that I would want somebody to give me.
Absolutely. Now, I know we're gonna talk about your artist in a minute, but tell us about, what do you look for in an artist? Like, how do you know this is an artist you want to represent in N.V.E.?
Just having the it factor, somebody that's hungry, somebody that's not reaching out. I want to see you do the work, because I believe I was always the artist that kind of did the work, and I felt like I was doing it alone. But there was some people along the way that was like, he's grinding, he's a star, and like, you were actually one of those people. And just seeing the consistency and things like that. Oftentimes we don't need a manager until we have something to manage. Right. And that was another thing. Being a manager, a lot of artists want representation, but it's like, what am I representing? You don't have any songs out. I don't see any covers going on. You're not with the trend. You're not with the wave. So it's like, what am I managing? But the artists that I discover and sought out, they're special and they're unique, and I see their gifts. So I like to come in and usher that in and actually, pour into it and make it better.
Well, let's talk about some of your artists. So you have an R&B duo, Zen City and NeJcion. Tell us about them. What makes them special? What is it? I'm sorry.
The name of the duo is Zen City and Too Unique.
Oh, okay. So tell us what makes them special. Why did you say I want to work with these two?
So with the Zen City was a duo I put together in a time where I was just trying to, facilitate my dreams. Like, I come from a boy band, so boy bands is something that I'm really skilled at. But I was in a group called TYM about 15 years ago. That's how my career started. 106 in Park, Showtime at the Apollo, things like that. So
I remember all that, yeah.
I want to kind of Diddy, Barry Gordy the situation and pretty much put my own band together. And that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years, putting bands together. My last band, Project 215, got signed to NV.E. We were signed to them for about 2.5 years, and things didn't go right, so we continued to move. So what you see with Zen City is pretty much the aftermath of that. One of the members from Project 215 is in that group. And then Too Unique, they're a product of my very first group, Pandemonium, that I put together in 2015. So it's just like all of the artists that I'm working with, I've been working with for about 10, 11 years. So that's how that came about. Kind of split them up and put them in different, situations, and we outside.
Right, exactly. Most definitely outside. So your experience, obviously, you're an artist, and you've been an artist for a minute. Like you said, doing a lot of legwork yourself. What experience, I can imagine, we've seen so many artists, that gone on to do the business side of it all. What experience do you bring with you as you run this entertainment company?
Being consistent, having a plan, and building a team that you feel will represent and do the things that you would do, even if you're not available or around. Like I
Yeah.
believe everybody that I've assembled on my team, they would operate in the same space that I would operate in. If I'm out of commission, I'm sick, I'm not well, the N.V.E brand will still, breathe through. And I think that that's very important when you're a leader. You want to make sure that you are setting out the format, the blueprint, so that your people behind you or under you can follow. And my artists are the same way. They understand, like, okay, Jay not about to babysit us, so we need to be doing our covers. We need to be doing what we
Right.
need to be doing. It makes me motivated to give more because I see them understanding that this ain't no easy thing. Being an executive
It's
is not
not.
easy. Being a person in control is not easy. So anybody who wants to do it, make sure you prepare for it because it's going to come with some bumps and bruises.
Right. For sure. We both know that. We both know
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
So
But yeah, that's what I bring with me. That's what I bring with me.
absolutely, absolutely. I think that's the best experience because you've been through it. So you know what it takes for someone to
Experience
be
is the best
successful.
teacher.
Right.
Mhm.
So if an artist came to you and you feel like they just weren't ready, but they had potential, what kind of advice would you give them?
Keep working. You know what I'm saying? And if it's meant for me, I'll see you. Make yourself visible. I think that most artists are always like I said earlier, are always looking for management, but they don't have anything to manage. Most of the artists that I found, they didn't find me.
Right.
I saw, you know what I'm saying? So that is what I look for. I look for somebody who's not looking for me. I want you, you're working so hard that you're not even looking because I'm busy. So if I see
Yeah.
you, it's, oh, you grinding out here. I see the numbers going up. You know what I'm saying? I like that energy because it just lets me know that even if you have me, you're still going to work. Most artists
Right.
stop working because the manager's there. No, I'm working with you, not just for you. You know what I mean? And I'm not just a manager. I'm an executive. So my thing is, I'm not like a person that an artist is looking for. Like, oh, I need a management. I'm everything. I creative direct. I write. I do it all. So when you get me, you lucky because I'm gonna go just as hard. But if you're not going hard,
Right.
I ain't got
Take
time.
a sip.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I once had years ago when I first moved to Atlanta, I met with this manager and he told me that he wouldn't manage me right now because he doesn't know me, I don't know him, and he feels like there should be a trust between the artist and the manager. Do you agree with that? And what are your thoughts on that?
So I've had a lot of I'm glad you asked that question. I had a lot of situations being a manager or a person or an executive overseeing artists where the trust factor can get a little shaky because if you're working with an artist and somebody comes in to see how amazing things are going with you and that artist, they'll try to come in and put little things in their ear and, oh, I can do better for you than your manager can, things like that. And then that's the test for them to see if they're going to think the grass is greener on the other side. And some of them didn't work out. Blowing my phone up, Jay, I'm done. Nah, You know what I'm saying? So that lets me know if you don't have staying power, because everything is not going to always be peachy king in the camp that you're in. You're going to go through some things. It's going to help you build character. It's going to allow you to know, like, this is going to, when I get that Grammy or whatever I'm getting, is because of all of the things that I went through, not because everything was smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's all about loyalty, having integrity, and standing for something. If you don't fall for something, you'll stand for, like, you know how I go. You got to stand for something and be sure about the place you're in. You have to trust the people you have in place. You have to.
Exactly.
But they will jump ship if they ain't loyal. Trust me.
They will because, like you said, it's not an overnight success kind of situation. And I think that people that when they get these accolades for the work they've done, they've been through that struggle. They can appreciate it more because they know what it took to get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fact.
So where do you
I'm a living product of that.
I'm sorry.
I said I'm a living witness of that. Just understanding that all the that comes with the territory, and which is why I'm so humbled because I understand the lingo, the verbiage of my artist because I am one. So most people who get me are lucky because I am them. Like, I'm not just an executive. I'm an artist first. So I know when they're mad about something. I know the facial expressions. I know the energy. So I can kind of facilitate the frequency differently than most because I wear them shoes as well. So
exactly. So where do you see N.V.E in 10 years? What's the dream?
I mean, the dream honestly is crazy that you guys said. The dream is really just to set my own table. Tyler Perry is one of my biggest influences. I watched him from to the current build and empire on his back, basically believing in himself. And I'm kind of the same way. When you're the underdog, people believe in you a little bit. They see that you ain't gonna quit, so it's like we gotta watch out for him, but they're not quite sure. So like I've always been in that space of people watching, but they don't want to attach themselves because they know that I'm competition for a lot of people. I may not be the one with all of the money, not this, and not only do I have that, I have tenacity to go get it. I never sit around and wait for anybody. So with N.V.E, that's that energy that we operate in. This is like, it's me and my wife. We outside, we pushing. She's a PA makeup artist. So all my clients, they get their face done and whatever they need. So it's like a one-stop shop, and I build a team.
One-stop shop,
yeah. So and us living in Atlanta now makes everything better because we're allowed to be in entertainment for real. Because outside of LA, Atlanta is it. So.
Absolutely.
But we about to be the ones to beat, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like you have your team together. You have your artists. What's the next project we should be on the lookout for?
So Zen City, they're dropping their debut single on Valentine's Day. It's called Can We Talk. All of y'all to go get that. I'm really proud of them. I put them together a couple months ago, and they flew out to Atlanta. Had them here for a week, and we did what people do in 6 months in 8 days. So we got a music video shot. We did the photo shoot. We was in the studio. We got covered. Like I've done this so long that what most people would take months to do, I was able to do because I have the resources and I have the know-how. So that's what I got with Zen City. And then my artist Paris B, he's dropping a record called Heartbreaker. Shout out to Music Box who facilitated all of the records that I'm dropping right now. Paris B, he's based out of LA. And then I have a group that I put together called No Ego, and they're dropping a record. Yeah, they're dropping a record called Backseat. So all of these artists I developed, discovered, put together. My partner Music Box. He facilitated the music, made sure that they had the songs that they needed. We made sure we got it popping, and we all dropped it on the 14th. Everybody's dropping on the 14th.
That's dope. Congratulations. Congratulations.
No Ego, Zen City. I'm proud of y'all.
Yeah. So how do you feel like from a personal standpoint, like again, you're an artist from the core, and then now you have N.V.E, this company, and now you're about to release these projects and you have your artists and everything's just moving forward. How does it feel on a personal level?
It feels really good, bro, because it just lets me know that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of moments, like just this past October, I was super suicidal because I moved out here to Atlanta by myself. My wife, I had to leave her because I wanted to come get her set. We were living with her parents. So
set it up.
And very honest and transparent. So I didn't want to live with her parents anymore. I'm grown. So I wanted to come out here and get myself. So I came out here from February to May, and I was without my wife from February to May. She came down here in May. Came down here, we had them keys. You feel what I'm saying? So, shout out to the people at the village that helped me when I came out here. Shout out to Travis Malloy, who allowed me to stay with him while I was here. I don't know if you're familiar with Travis Malloy. Millions, Billions, and Trillions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's one of my close friends. Shout out to Raz B from B2K who connected me with the landlord to get my. So it's a lot of people that I've been friends with in the industry for years who, when I called, they were there and they helped me, and I was able to bring my family back together, and now I'm not suicidal. I'm not in that mental space that I wasn't in October, and I'm grateful to God for him taking me through that journey because it made me stronger.
How did you deal with those when you had those suicidal thoughts? How'd you overcome that?
It took a minute because being a man and being a married man and being a man who has to provide, and not only for himself, but I was never set up for success. My parents were never together. My mom, the streets. My dad in and out of jail. I was raised by my grandparents. I was adopted. So, and they're pastors. So they really never believed in, the secular dream or, wanted me to go to school and become the doctor. So that I never really had that support of people just believe. That's why I go so hard for myself, because it's just like, you got to make them believe. So now they come to my plays. They come to they all looking at me like, he didn't stop. You know what I mean? I never been in jail, never been in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no baby mama drop. Like I kind of beat the odds. I'm 33 years old, so I've been career driven pretty much my whole life. And now I'm just trying to wait for my moment so I can actually sit back and say, "Wow, I did it." You know what I mean?
Well, it's definitely coming, and I'm so proud of you. I remember when you were on the show last time, and I remember seeing you when you got married. I remember seeing the pictures on social media. So, congratulations on all successes coming your way. What's the best way people can keep up with you and everything you have going on?
All right. So on all platforms, I am the only NeJcion. That's TheOnlyNeJcion. TikTok, your boy doing this thing over there on TikTok. I got 56,000
You
followers.
doing the dances?
Over there being silly, the acting, the dance. Because I mean, at the end of the day, being a creative, you got to kind of facilitate all of the markets. Like the YouTube, I'm a YouTuber now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything, bro. There's nothing I can't do, and there's nothing I won't do as it pertains to elevating my brand. Because the NeJcion is a brand in itself. You know, outside of my company, I'm a brand. So it's one of those situations where I'm believing in myself more and not just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think that was my issue. I believed in myself a little bit, not enough to execute. And not enough to say, even if you don't fuck with me, I fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Excuse my friend, but you know, if you don't,
that's facts though.
And sometimes you gotta do the work for them to see that you are something to mess with. You know what I mean? So when you're intimidating to people, you know you want to. When you walk in a room and they looking at you like, "Who that?" Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that's and it's not arrogant. It's not arrogance. It's just understanding that I was the underdog for too long, and now you about to see me. So that's the energy and frequency I walk in, and I keep God first, bro, and I just work hard. And it's not easy, you know what I mean? We have our shortcomings. Like this week, my boys are coming back down here to get some more stuff done and to celebrate their release on the 14th. And I'm still trying to get things together. We about to do another photo shoot. We about to do and they only here for 2 days, but we about to be
big. Yeah. So, that's real though. That's real.
Shout out to the squads in city. You feel what I'm saying? I can't wait to see y'all. And I'm excited, man. And I really appreciate people like you offering a platform so that we can kind of like tell our stories, because a lot of people don't really hear from the executive. They don't hear from us behind the scenes, and we're doing the work and we're painting the picture so that y'all can see what we're doing, you know? So it's dope.
Absolutely. Listen, I think
so
maybe I'm sorry.
I said, maybe you can interview them this week.
Absolutely. Send them our way.
Right on over to you. We need all the press.
Exactly. Listen, our thanks goes to NeJcion for joining us tonight. For more information, please visit our website, thestevenknightshow.com, and we will be right back after this.